Bangor. From the Great Northwoods to the Rockbound Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Today on Good Morning Maine, the latest out of Fairfield as details emerge about a head-on collision that occurred last night.
Plus, we'll hear about an update about a current and projected gas price.
And drivers may be noticing longer wait times for auto repairs. We'll hear from local repair shops regarding the issue. This and more local news right now.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Joe Cortez. Thanks for tuning in this morning. It is July 19th. It's also Tuesday, and it looks like that weather has kind of dwindled out this morning. It's still a little sprinkles here and there, but that sunshine should be coming any minute.
I know. It rained itself out last night, and we definitely need it.
And we'll see what happens the rest of the week. Those temperatures are going to be warming up a ton today. Let's throw it over to Devin Biggs. He has another look at our forecast.
And thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Happy Tuesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Crosby Sports Shop with a large supply of ammo and stock. Customs Damascus knives, fishing supplies of all kinds, concealed weapons classes, and a full line of Dragonfly UV tackle, plus the latest in ultraviolet tackle. Call today. Alrighty, so a lot of rainfall taking place last night and the parts of this morning as well. So a lot of rainfall. Some areas seeing up even close to 4 inches in some areas, and some areas not too far away from 2 inches. So far, a lot of rainfall has been noticed across a good part of the state, and we do have the small craft advisory that has been extended now until midnight as we head towards Wednesday. Plenty of rainfall and wind definitely to put up with, and we've seen a lot of it so far this morning. Starting to catch a little bit of a break now, so we'll catch a little bit of a break later on today. The sun will also come out for a while, and then we'll have to watch out for more showers and storms later this afternoon. Another little wave from the north and west will begin to move in, and some of those storms may pack a little bit of a punch as we head towards the afternoon period with showers and thunderstorms possible. I think Futurecast here is underdoing it just a little bit, but some of those storms again later this afternoon may pack a little bit of a punch. Otherwise, though, here's a look at the winds getting up to around 15 miles per hour in a few spots, and we'll start seeing that backing off later on tonight. Our early forecast for the rest of the morning period becoming partly cloudy, but again, storms arriving later in the afternoon. Temperatures getting pretty warm. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Joe and Emma.
Thank you, Devin.
A Massachusetts man who was arrested for the death of a Skowhegan woman made his first court appearance on Monday.
Sierra Jordan has the details.
After a 20-year-old woman was found dead in her home early Saturday morning, a Massachusetts man is now facing a murder charge in connection with her death.
First matter I'd like to take up is the matter of State of Maine versus Jason Cervel.
Shortly after 5:30 p.m., the Skowhegan Police Department say they received a 911 call from a man reporting an assault at 912 Cannon Road in Skowhegan. As officials arrived, they found the caller with a head injury and Abbott dead in the home. The Madison male was later transported to Reddington Fairview General Hospital in Skowhegan, where he was treated and later released. Maine State Police detectives and evidence technicians spent Saturday conducting interviews and investigating Abbott's home. Around 3:20 p.m. Saturday, state police detectives arrested 19-year-old Jason Cervel of Massachusetts at the Skowhegan Police Department, and he was charged with murder in connection with Abbott's death. Officials say Cervel was an acquaintance to Abbott, but did not elaborate on how the two know each other.
You do have the right to have the matter presented to the grand jury. Count 2, sir, is a charge of aggravated assault. That's a Class B offense as alleged. That's punishable by up to 10 years in prison and up to a $20,000 fine.
Cervel was transported to the Somerset County Jail and is being held without bail. The Chief Medical Examiner's Office conducted an autopsy July 17th and ruled Abbott's death a homicide. In studio, I'm Sierra Jordan reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
5 people have been arrested in connection with a drug investigation in Hancock County. Maine Drug Enforcement Agency Commander Peter Arno says over the past several months, Bucksport PD has been investigating a group of people suspected of distributing significant amounts of fentanyl. Now, on July 13th, law enforcement searched a camp on Toddy Pond along Gusmore Road in Penobscot. Arno says they found 1.5 pounds of fentanyl, more than $30,000 in suspected drug proceeds and other evidence of drug trafficking. Arno says on July 15th, a vehicle from Massachusetts allegedly headed to the group in Bucksport was stopped in I-95 in Hamden. Now, agents found 1/2 pound of fentanyl. 34-year-old Christopher Warford of Bucksport, 37-year-old Jamie Ward of Bucksport, 35-year-old Jesse Adams of Verona Island are all being charged with aggravated drug trafficking. Bail for Warford and Ward was set at $50,000. Adams has been released on bail. 25-year-old Braille Perez and 28-year-old Michael Arias Ibar of Massachusetts have been charged with aggravated drug trafficking. Their bail has been set at $50,000 cash.
3 people were injured in a head-on crash in Fairfield last night. According to Fairfield Police Chief Thomas Gould, officers responded to the crash on Norwich Walk Road in the area of Mays Way. Investigators determined that a 2009 Ford F-150 was traveling south on the Norwich Walk Road while in the northbound lane. A 2014 Jeep Compass was traveling north on the Norwich Walk Road and was unable to avoid the F-150, and the vehicles crashed head-on. Chief Gould says the officers found 3 of the vehicle occupants had injuries, with 1 being critical. The crash is being reconstructed by the Maine State Police and will be reviewed by the District Attorney's Office. Charges are expected to follow. Names are not being released at this time as police notify the families of those who are injured.
We have new information on the Lewiston investigation. A man is charged with murder in connection with the shooting death of a Massachusetts man. Maine State Police say on Sunday, shortly after 4 p.m., Lewiston police responded to a report of gunshots at 30 House Street. Officers arrived on scene and found 20-year-old John Paquin of Worcester, Massachusetts, suffering from apparent gunshot wounds. He was transported to Central Maine Medical Center, where he was pronounced dead. At approximately 1:30 Monday morning, a search warrant was served at 12 House Street in connection with the arrest of 28-year-old Mark John Sinclair of Lewiston earlier that night. Police say Sinclair lived at 12 House Street and had active warrants for domestic violence, terrorizing, criminal mischief, and a bail violation. He was transported to the Skowhegan County Jail. Paquin's death has been ruled a homicide by the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner. Sinclair was charged with murder. He is being held without bail and is scheduled to be arraigned later this week in Androscoggin County Superior Court.
The time is now 8:07. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, a well-known food pantry in Penobscot County needs a new building in order to continue operating.
But first, here's another look at your overnight forecast. Temperatures warming up to the high 80s today. The thunderstorms have basically moved out of the area. You may see a little bit of spotty showers this afternoon. Tonight, temperatures drop down to a low of 64 degrees, mostly clear skies. And tomorrow, we have some sunshine in the forecast with a high of 88.
Whether you're using this dock or this dock, this ramp or this ramp, you need the ultimate work and play truck, the Toyota Tacoma Access Cab. And right now, the Toyota Summer MPG event, you could save with 1.9% APR financing on Tacoma. That includes 2 years no-cost maintenance and Toyota Safety Sense. Tacoma, named Best Buy of the Year among mid-size pickups. So see your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
This is the moment you've been waiting for. Due to phenomenal demand, the Backstreet Boys are back. The record-breaking DNA World Tour continues. Brian, Kevin, Howie, Nick, and AJ. Backstreet Boys. Maine Savings Amphitheater, July 21st. Get tickets now at waterfrontconcerts.com or ticketmaster.com. For more, check backstreetboys.com.
On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from Lincoln, is sponsored by Lincoln Color Center, serving the greater Lincoln area since 1967. Here to help you when you need kitchen cabinets and flooring for your home. Drinkwater's Variety, located at 663 West Broadway in Lincoln. Stop in today for lunch, dinner, ice cream, seafood, and so much more. And Gateway Title Services, founded in Lincoln in 1989. Residential, commercial, or land, Gateway Title closes it all. Gateway, the right way. We'll see you at the closing table.
It's the moment we've all been waiting for. So You Think You Can Dance is back, and you can watch anytime. The dance competition series that launched 1,000 careers.
That's what we're looking for.
Is back with new talent.
It's always been my dream to be on this show.
Ow!
New judges.
You have a gift.
And new inspiration.
No matter what I do, I'm just gonna dance.
Are you ready? So You Think You Can Dance. All new Wednesdays on Fox, or watch anytime on Fox Now or Hulu.
Drivers may be noticing longer wait times for car repairs. We talked to repair shop owners who say COVID-19 continues to play a role. Repair shop wait times can vary from 7 business days up to a month. Poirier's Garage owner Eric Poirier says he only has 2 technicians and is working to complete as many jobs as possible each day. Meanwhile, Herman Motor Company owner Aaron Hawes says supply chain issues are causing delays. Hawes added the lack of available technicians has contributed to the issue.
There's many levels of it, but it's a workforce issue. There's no question about that, and it's not the simplicity of the technicians in the dealerships. It stems right from the top. No new vehicles being available, which in return means consumers are holding on to their used vehicles longer, which means more of them need to be serviced and maintained.
Hawes recommends to think ahead when it comes to scheduling maintenance and making appointments as soon as possible.
A well-known food pantry in Herman is currently looking for a new location in order to continue feeding the community. Matthew Jurancic has more.
We are desperately looking for some kind of a space to be able to continue to give this food out while we raise funds.
Volunteer Director of Neighbors Supporting Neighbors, Carol Lackady, is worried about where her food pantry will be located after August 1st. For the next few weeks, Lackady and her group of volunteers are scrambling to both serve the community and move from the pantry's current location in the Danforth Supermarket Plaza to a new one, as the property is set to be turned into multi-use businesses. After bouncing between 4 different properties in the past 17 years, she understands the need within the community.
We've always been a pretty large food pantry as far as people coming to us for help. We supply them with not only food, but we have clothing, we have pet items and pet food, we have health and beauty aids, we have all your household products. So we provide a lot more than just food to these people.
Lackady says folks who go to the pantry are usually given a pre-made box with a variety of food, including cereal, canned fruit, pasta, and more. The organization currently has property gifted to them by the town of Herman on Billings Road and plans on moving there in the future. However, they need the community's help in raising funds in order to make this happen.
And we had a building designed way back when, and 17 years, and we're still going strong, and there's people that need help every day. It's time for us to have our own space.
Reporting from Herman, Matthew Jurancic, ABC 7, Fox 22.
We're just about 13 minutes past the top of the hour. Coming up after the break, we'll hear about the latest shark sightings off the coast of Maine and advice from experts on how to stay aware.
Plus, the town of Ellsworth is seeking to update its trade school. We'll hear details from the town council meeting when we return.
For over 17 years, ADA Fence Company has been offering top quality fences at the best price and doing the job right the first time. Choose from vinyl, ornamental, wood, rental, and chain link fences. ADA Fence Company also builds kennels, enclosures, and gates of all types and sizes. Proudly serving eastern and central Maine. Call ADA Fence Company today at 1-888-891-4564. ADA Fence Company, the professional fence people.
What could possibly be better than our annual tent sale? Wait a minute, I have a better idea. How about a no tent sale?
He's right. Dorsey's has scoured their warehouses and suppliers for discontinued, slightly damaged, one-of-a-kind furniture and mattresses. You'll find great tent sale discounts of up to 50% off throughout our showroom. They save the cost of the tent, security, and weather damage and pass the savings on to you. Genius.
It's simple. Less cost for us, more savings for you, my friend.
When Ansley Moore of Better Homes and Gardens wants to know the local forecast, she logs on to foxbangor.com. Ansley has been a realtor since 2013. She works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area.
You want to feel important, to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things.
We know. We felt that way too.
And that's why we joined the Army National Guard. Take on your legacy.
Visit NationalGuard.com to find out.
Scientists say more shark sightings in Maine waters are reason for awareness and not panic. Great white sharks have always been present off of the coast of Maine, especially in the summer, but sightings are on the rise. Megan Wilgus explains why.
2 more fins were spotted off the coast of Maine this past weekend. The Department of Marine Resources says that adds up to a total of 16 shark sightings so far this summer.
Anytime you're in the water, it's fair to assume that there could be a white shark nearby.
Marine scientist Matthew Davis says shark populations increased following the Federal Protection Act in the 1990s and the Marine Mammal Protection Act in the 1970s.
Those two things in conjunction have really allowed the species to recover to more historic levels, or what we believe their levels were, which is really a conservation success story.
Just because there are more sharks doesn't mean they will bother you.
The likelihood of you getting struck by lightning is greater than getting bitten by a shark.
While the number of shark sightings have gone up, it's not only because there are more of them out there, but also we're more aware that they're there.
Here in Maine, we're still trying to find areas that they tend to congregate more often. And so it's our hope that over several years of this acoustic monitoring, we might be able to identify those spots where there's higher frequency.
Through these receivers, Davis says it scans a shark's fin sort of like a barcode in a grocery store and sends its location back to the department. He adds they are working on tagging the sharks next.
It's very hard. The water is dark. We don't know where they are all the time. Cape Cod is nice. The water is a little bit clearer.
State Park Manager Sean Valancourt says while the ocean is their home, there are ways to avoid seeing one.
Sharks are colorblind and they really look for that contrast in the water. So make sure that you swim with multiple groups of people, or if you're surfing, don't surf alone.
A report says the U.S. faces sharp headwinds in transitioning to wind energy. ClearPath, a nonprofit wind energy and advocacy group, studied efforts in Iowa to use wind for power. Their findings say that U.S. energy goals need to be sustainable, realistic, and economically feasible. The report says wind, solar, nuclear, coal, and gas all need to be used for now as America shifts to green energy. Iowa generated more than 55% of its 2021 energy from wind sources. 16 of Iowa's 99 counties, however, placed restrictions on wind in recent years. And in other news, flights were temporarily suspended Monday at the London Luton Airport after the tarmac melted due to the heat wave. Officials saying a surface defect was identified on the runway early Monday, and engineers raced to fix it. Many flights were either canceled or rerouted. The airport tweeting, "The runway reopened to departing flights, but arrivals remained suspended until further notice."
An executive order from President Joe Biden may have averted a national railroad strike, but some say it's only a matter of time before workers head to the picket lines. Fox Business Network's Jeff Flock explains why from Philadelphia.
This is the CSX rail yard in Philadelphia, where they're pretty happy that there is no strike today. But as perhaps you can see, if you take a look around, with the shipping containers already pretty heavily backed up, the last thing the nation's supply chain needs is a rail strike, and it would be a big one. A dozen unions to be involved, 115,000 workers, 30% of the nation's freight would be idled, and the cost, well, last time there was a strike like this, $1 billion a day. Do the math on inflation. What's next? Well, with the presidential action, there'll be 30 days for the Presidential Emergency Board to come up with a solution. If the rail companies and the workers don't agree, they'll have 30 more days to try and work it out amongst themselves. But after that 60 days, the workers will be free to strike, and the railroads will be free to lock them out, which could lead to action from Congress. It puts the Biden administration, though, in a tough spot. They tend to be sympathetic to labor, but no one wants a rail strike just a few weeks before the midterm elections. As for whether or not there will be a strike, well, the Brotherhood of Locomotive Engineers and Trainmen voted 99.5% to strike if necessary. They say their members have worked for incredibly profitable railroads for over 3 years without a wage increase. Yes, there have been big profits for the railroads. BNSF last year, $23 billion in revenue and $6 billion in profit, up 16%. And when it comes to this year, more record profits. CSX profits up 21% in the first quarter. Union Pacific up 17%. Norfolk Southern up 2%. Those who follow this a lot closer than I do say a strike is likely. 60 days away, we'll know. I'm Jeff Flock with the Fox Business Network at the CSX Rail Yard in Philadelphia.
The time is now 8:20.
And let's bring it over to Devin Biggs. He has a look at our full weather forecast.
Good morning, Devin.
Thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Crosby Sports Shop with a large supply of ammo in stock. Custom Damascus knives, fishing supplies of all kinds, concealed weapons classes, and a full line of Dragonfly UV tackle, plus the latest in ultraviolet tackle. Call today. Alrighty, so rainfall was definitely impressive so far from this latest system. It's moving in with some areas seeing close to 4 inches, and other areas ranging from around 1 to 2 and even up to 3 inches. So a good healthy rainfall so far. We're not even done just yet. We'll show you the radar coming up in a little bit. Small craft advisory is in effect until midnight as we head towards Wednesday morning. It's been extended a little bit as this area of low pressure continues to move in from the west going toward the east with a lot of rainfall that continues to move through. We'll have one little bit that will continue to move through for a while. Then the sun will come out as the clouds will break up, and then more scattered showers and thunderstorms arrive during the afternoon period, and some of those may pack a little bit of a punch with some gusty winds and a little bit of hail as well, as we'll watch another system soon begin to move in for the north and west. Wave heights are pretty active right now, according to the buoys, at around 4 to 5 feet, and we might see those getting a little bit higher, which is why that small craft advisory is currently in effect. And of course, the winds will be a problem as well. Some gusty winds reaching up to about 30 miles per hour throughout the afternoon period today. Then later on tonight, things really begin to calm down in a hurry, down to around 10 to maybe 15 miles per hour in a few spots. Average high is 81 degrees, and for the next several days, we'll be in the middle to upper 80s, even a few lower 90s by Saturday, then back down to the lower 80s as we head towards your Monday. Dew points will also be on the rise again if you're not a big fan of the heat and humidity. We'll start seeing them falling a little bit by Wednesday, then rising again by Thursday and Friday. A quick fall by Friday and Saturday before late Saturday and parts of Sunday. The dew points are on the rise again, so summer is here to stay for a good while. UVX forecast for today is at an 8. That's considered very high, so it means a birth time of around 15 minutes. So hats, sunglasses, sunscreen, and shade will be necessary as you head out the door to avoid a bad sunburn. Futurecast for the rest of the afternoon. Again, we catch a little bit of a break from the precipitation, at least until about the late afternoon before showers and thunderstorms move in again. Again, some of those may pack a little bit of a punch with some gusty winds and a little bit of hail. Then becoming mostly clear tonight, so a lot of this active weather will not be lasting very long. But again, any of the storms later this afternoon by about 4 or 5 o'clock when they do begin to move in could pack a little bit of a punch with some gusty winds and some hail across the entire state. And of course, throughout the next several days, we'll be watching for more rain moving in between now and Saturday, up to another inch of rainfall not out of the question. So your forecast for today, upper 80s, scattered showers and thunderstorms are possible. That southwest wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Later on tonight, 64 degrees with a slight chance for thunderstorms early, then becoming mostly clear. That west wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. All right, let's check out your extended forecast brought to you by Crosby Sports Shop. We're partly cloudy on Wednesday, highs in the upper 80s, mid 80s by Thursday with a chance for storms. Mostly sunny Friday and Saturday, highs in the upper 80s to lower 90s.
Next up to bat for the next homies, Luke. Don't strike out this year when selling your home. Hit a home run. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience today.
My name is Joanne. This is my father.
I know what's happening with my body. I won't be able to take care of myself.
What would help me is if there could be somebody there that could check in on you.
I realize I have to do it.
I'm sorry I said your guy is a joke. He's not the GOAT, but he's not a joke. Babe?
Cold shoulder? Warm things up with a Mitsubishi electric heat pump from Dave's World, the GOAT of heat pump installers.
Keith Urban, the Speed of Now World Tour. The must-see show of 2022. Saturday, July 23rd in Maine Saving Amphitheater. With special guest Ingrid Andress. Tickets on sale now at waterfrontconcerts.com or Ticketmaster.com. Keith Urban. The Speed of Now World Tour.
This is Sheldon Cooper's theory of relativity.
All right.
F is family.
We have family business to discuss.
We're getting a puppy?
No.
Then I'm not sure I care. X is love.
Sweet dreams. Love you.
Love you too, because you're my mom.
Young Sheldon 5 times a week.
On Fox 22.
Looking for your dream home? Contact a Next Homie today and see what's available right now. Sellers, get ready to get looped and get sold. With Next Home Experience, we have your buyers.
Good morning, everyone. Well, we'll start things off with some big news out of Orono as this year's Miss Maine basketball winner, J.C. Christopher, is headed back home. Skowhegan's Christopher is transferring from Boston University to play for Amy Vachon and the Black Bears after just a short time with the Terriers. Christopher said she was unhappy during the summer session in Boston and regretted not coming to Orono in the first place. Now, the former Riverhawk entered the transfer portal last Wednesday and has already gone through the admissions process with Maine. She and the Black Bears are just waiting on BU to sign off on the move to make it official. And when it does become official, we will catch up with Christopher to get more insight into the decision to head to Orono. Great news for us and great news for the state because we get to continue to watch her in person right here in Maine as she continues into the collegiate ranks. For now, though, we will talk some baseball. Senior Little League Regionals has arrived in Bangor, and like they've done for 30 years, the grounds crew at Mansfield Stadium has worked their magic on the diamond.
Not coming back. We take pride in what we do. This is a landmark in Bangor, and we want to keep it beautiful, and we want to make it the best field that the kids can play on.
Since 1992, Ron St. Pierre has set the tone for his maintenance team down at Mansfield Stadium.
I'm picky. I want straight lines, and we've led by example.
And over the course of 30 years, he's seen a cast of characters enter his operation.
It's a tight-knit group. I mean, they all make fun of each other.
He picks on me, I pick on him.
We get along great. We're a family.
And at the end of the day, they've all shared one thing in common.
They follow suit, and most of the kids who come here are also very dedicated. They have pride. Our key word here is pride.
I would not want to work for anyone else. Again, like I said, he gives us the leeway. He tells us what to do, and then we just do it. And if it's wrong, he's going to say, listen, this is wrong, but this is how you fix it.
That pride will be put on full display this week when the Little League Senior Regional Tournament returns to Bangor for the first time since 2019.
We want to make sure that when they come up here, their first thing is, wow.
And to get that sort of reaction, it takes more than just hopping on the mower.
The average person will walk up and say, what do these guys do all day?
Pretty much all of it, from painting the logos to flattening the infield to raising the colors and everything in between.
You name it, we do it.
Now, of course, not every task is made equal.
Seth's on the mower every day. That's because it involves sitting down, not doing anything.
I consider it relaxing.
I'm the one doing the walking around, the dirty work.
But in the dog days of summer, it's those personalities and relationships that makes the Mansfield crew what it is.
It's kind of a fraternity type thing. We all want the best for baseball.
There's no amateur facility that's run by Little League volunteers that looks anywhere like this in the Northeast.
Now, honestly, I went over there to preview the Senior Little League Regionals, which starts this week, and I saw the field. I was like, that field is in great shape. I need to talk to whoever is responsible, and there you go. It's all of them. It's a whole team, cast of characters. So if you can, head down for some of the games they'll be playing all week there for the Senior League Tournament. And we will stick with baseball, too, because just a week after Chris Sale returned from a year-long rehab process, he finds himself right back on the injured reserve in the first inning of Sunday's game against the Yankees. You've heard it by now. Aaron Hicks fired a ball back at Sale, directly hitting the pinky finger of his throwing hand. The official injury report is a fractured left pinky, which might end his season. There are talks of 4 to 6 weeks, perhaps. Just another bump in the road for this already struggling Red Sox team, who ended up losing the game 13-2 and have yet to win a series against an AL East opponent this season. And word from Red Sox camp saying Sale went underwent a successful surgery on that pinky, so at least some good news. We'll see what the time frame is moving forward, but now we are into the All-Star break. The Sox sit at 3 games above 500 and just a game and a half up on the Orioles, who are in last place in the AL East. So what will Chaim Bloom do here? The trade deadline is August 2nd, and it is fast approaching. The future of their star, specifically All-Star Xander Bogaerts, couldn't be less clear. Will they send him away? Maybe sign him? Will it be another mainstay that gets shipped out of the town? Or is there still reason to believe and buy into this season? Here was Bogaerts' take on the Fox Sports All-Star crew earlier on Monday.
I feel like we should get some help. You know, we saw what happened last year. I know we got Schwarber. I was saying back there, that's someone that carried the team for multiple stretches last year, you know, and I don't know if we could get some of that impact, but it would be nice to get some help for sure, because we're right there. We're right there.
Yeah, very interesting time, because if they do sell, then what kind of message does that send to the current players there? And if they do buy in, is it really worth the money at this point? So certainly going to be interesting come August 2nd. We will, of course, keep you posted on what happens there. Alrighty, that's sports. We'll be right back after the break.
At Hashi's Auto Enhancing, our focus is on the appearance, longevity, and value of your vehicle. Does your undercarriage look like this? You can go from this to this. And if you have a new vehicle, you can avoid this. Our annual undercoating service will add years of life to your vehicle. At Hashi's, we also do rhino linings. We can rhino rocker panels, bumpers, trailers, side-by-sides, and more. We take pride in making your ride shine inside and out. Book one of our detailing packages.
Bring your ride to us to protect your investment.
A day to remember. Live. Just some shows. Maine Savings Amphitheater. One night only, August 3rd. With special guests, Beartooth and Bad Omens. A day to remember. Tickets on sale now at waterfrontconcerts.com or ticketmaster.com. New album, You're Welcome, out now.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
It's Tuesday, July 19th of 2022. It's the 200th day of the year. There's only 165 to go.
That's crazy.
Till 2023.
That blows my mind.
For a second.
Lynn Rippelmeyer flew across the Atlantic Ocean on this day in 1984. Nothing unusual about that, except she was the first woman who flew across the Atlantic in a 747.
TV's Mad Men first went on the air 15 years ago today. Today is National Daiquiri Day, and it's Words with Friends Day. How much longer do you think till we see a National Wordle Day?
It's only a matter of time. It probably already exists.
It probably does. We should probably look into that. It probably does. I mean, there's National Holiday for just about everything nowadays.
National Scrabble Day? Ooh. Sit down and play a real board game with your friend.
And enjoy, yeah, exactly. Board games are... I feel like puzzles and board games are way more fun sometimes than, I mean, we have social media and we have everything else, but we do that daily.
Right.
When was the last time you got a chance to pull out a puzzle or a board game and just play it on the weekend? I feel like you have so much more fun with the interactions.
I think it's healthier stimulation anyways, too.
Yeah, well, just hopefully, like we were saying, I wish it was kind of raining all day so then you could just sit around, watch movies, play board games.
That is what I said earlier to Joe when we were off air. I wish it actually rains all day because we get out kind of earlier than most people, so we have the luxury of being able to go and
sit around and watch Bob's Burgers all day.
That's my plan for today. I'm going to make chicken parm and I'm going to watch the Bob's Burgers movie because now it's on Hulu.
Oh, that sounds like a plan.
I'm so excited. Well, let's turn it over to meteorologist Devin Biggs. Maybe, who knows, maybe it'll go back to some rain.
Devin, good morning. What's in store?
And thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Happy Tuesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Crosby Sports Shop with a large supply of ammo and stock. Customs Damascus knives, fishing supplies of all kinds, concealed weapons classes, and a full line of Dragonfly UV tackle, plus the latest in ultraviolet tackle. Call today. Alrighty, so a lot of rainfall taking place last night and the parts of this morning as well. So a lot of rainfall. Some areas seeing up even close to 4 inches in some areas, and some areas not too far away from 2 inches. So far, a lot of rainfall has been noticed across a good part of the state, and we do have the small craft advisory that has been extended now until midnight as we head towards Wednesday. Plenty of rainfall and wind definitely to put up with, and we've seen a lot of it so far this morning. Starting to catch a little bit of a break now, so we'll catch a little bit of a break later on today. The sun will also come out for a while, and then we'll have to watch out for more showers and storms later this afternoon. Another little wave from the north and west will begin to move in, and some of those storms may pack a little bit of a punch as we head towards the afternoon period with showers and thunderstorms possible. I think Futurecast here is underdoing it just a little bit, but some of those storms again later this afternoon may pack a little bit of a punch. Otherwise, though, here's a look at the winds getting up to around 15 miles per hour in a few spots, and we'll start seeing that backing off later on tonight. Our early forecast for the rest of the morning period becoming partly cloudy, but again, storms arriving later in the afternoon. Temperatures getting pretty warm. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Joe and Emma.
Thank you, Devin. A Winslow couple is rolling from one memory-making trip to another with their kids and their newly refurbished school bus.
Jody Hersey spotted them on a road trip and has more.
This 2004 black and white school bus, affectionately named the Radical Express, is the brainchild of Justin and Melanie Smith of Winslow, who have logged a lot of miles and smiles with their kids on the road.
We looked at campers, and they were kind of pricey, and I wanted to drive down the road and look back and see my kids riding back there, playing board games at the table.
So the Smiths purchased this old bus from a local school district and started renovating it into their home away from home.
We started tearing out the seats, ripping up the floor. We got it rubber coated. So I had a lot of fun looking at floor plans and designs.
Each member of the Smith family has their own cozy space aboard the Radical Express, which the kids love.
And that's Mom and Dad's bed. We have our own bed. It's better than sleeping in a tent.
The family has traveled together to Seboomic near Moosehead, as well as New Hampshire, and down the East Coast to Disney in Florida.
A family of ours went down to Disney the exact same week that we did, and they spent about $700 more in airfare than we did in diesel to drive this down. They didn't get the experience of stopping in New York City at a little mom and pop pizza shop and having the best pizza we've had in quite some time.
The Smiths would still like to add a shower and solar power to their home on wheels when they're not busy making memories.
It's really eye-opening to see the first picture to where it is now.
In Winslow, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
And it looks like we have scrolled right past the next story. I was flipping through and I'm like, wait, that is not what we've hit yet.
We just both looked at it thinking it would come up. But in other news, the Ellsworth School Department and other organizations want to update Hancock County's trade school for high school students in the region.
Stephanie Wittenbach attended Monday night's City Council meeting and has the details.
Jake Taylor with the Ellsworth Business Development Corporation says he and Ellsworth School Department have been discussing expanding Hancock County Technical Center since 2018. Taylor says since then, things have moved pretty quickly. City Council has jumped on board and stakeholders are securing funding for the project they hope to see pass.
And I think that this is just a part to play in what the overall workforce looks like, and if we can make our part in our area the best that it possibly can be, feeding the local industries that need those workers, that's the whole concept of what this project would potentially do.
Taylor says Oak Point Associates is an architectural design and engineering company working on the project. They've created a preliminary plan on what a new school could look like and how much it would cost. Oak Point Associates says a new trade school will cost over $57 million. They say to update the school already there would cost around $52 million. Some city councilors say they will apply for grants and ask the state for funding. Counselors say they think now is the best time to expand the school. Ellsworth School Board member Paul Markosian says the school has 200 students at the moment and is growing every year.
We actually had one student who graduated this past June who had 74 college credits when she graduated. She went to HCTC. She was also a student at Ellsworth High School. She's the first student in the state of Maine who got an associate's degree prior to her getting her high school diploma.
Markosian and Taylor say this is the first step to get the ball rolling and try to secure the funding they need to make the construction plan come to life. In Ellsworth, I'm Stephanie Wittenbach reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Downtown Old Town is getting a street-style makeover. Mike Rich is a graffiti artist from Portland, Maine. He's been tasked with creating 2 unique pieces of art to spruce up the downtown area. It's all a part of a project with Downtown Old Town, funded through the Maine Development Foundation and matching contributions from local business owner Alex Gray. Rich has been working on graffiti projects since 1985 and said the industry has changed a lot since he started.
I tried doing art with spray paint and no one really wanted anything to do with me, and now it seems like there's street art everywhere, on the television, in the stores, all over the world. Even in Portland, there's a handful of artists who are just doing art full time.
He said he enjoys adding the street art elements to his work. Right now, he'll be graffitiing 2 electric boxes, one with a design he crafted in reference to some old vintage advertisements from Old Town Canoe, and the other will have the coyote mascot from the local schools.
There's a method to the steps that you take. The first layers, I have a huge cap, so I can cover the whole box in about 5 minutes. And then the caps get smaller and smaller as you get closer to completion.
Rich said he used about 60 to 70 colors on both boxes to complete the project. You can check out some of his work and the final product on Instagram or Facebook at Mike Rich Designs. Today marks day 1 of Husson University's 3-day pharmacy summer camp.
AJ Douglas watched as high school students dove right into the hands-on training.
Hudson University hosted their 2022 pharmacy summer camp to give high school juniors and seniors the opportunity to get hands-on training for a high-demand job and a taste of college life.
But this allows them an opportunity to understand what pharmacy education is. They live in the dorm for a couple of days. They have classes in our regular classes with our regular instructors and professors. So this gives them the opportunity to experience what college is going to be like.
Kayla Hare is an incoming senior at St. Stephen's High School. She says the pharmacy camp is helping her make an educated decision about her future career goals.
I think that it will definitely help make my decision on whether or not I want to be a pharmacist and what exactly I want to do after university.
The American Association of Colleges for Pharmacy reports data showing a mild increase in demand for pharmacists nationwide from 2020 to 2022. The 13-year program encourages more high school seniors to study pharmaceuticals and pursue careers after graduation.
The pharmacy camp is one of our best recruitment effort. A lot of the students who have gone through our pharmacy camp program have successfully enrolled at Hudson University and subsequently went on pharmacy school and graduate.
Hudson University has a rolling admissions process for those interested in enrolling in the School of Pharmacy. In Bangor, AJ Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
Still to come here this morning, we'll have the latest on this week's in-home entertainment.
Plus, having a good night's sleep might be more beneficial for your heart than you've thought. We'll be right back.
It's our summer MPG event with fuel-sipping Toyotas, including electrified models. You've been waiting for a new Toyota, so now's the time. Come and get it. Come and get an electrified all-wheel drive RAV4 hybrid with 40 MPG and up to a 580-mile driving range. Plus, get affordable 1.9% financing on most RAV4 models. The summer MPG event at your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
After my accident, I needed help.
I was looking for information online.
Then I found it.
JoeBornstein.com.
Get help now at JoeBornstein.com. From your smartphone or desktop. Here in Maine, the law offices of Joe Bornstein is as close as your fingertips.
The consultation was free and confidential.
In person or online. The firm with the track record of results.
If you've been injured in an accident, call Joe. The law offices of Joe Bornstein. Right now.
On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from Lincoln, is sponsored by Acres Away Estate, a real estate brokerage specializing in residential land serving the Lincoln area. Stop in or call today to speak to our friendly team of professionals. Steaks and Stuff, offering a full variety of fresh quality products, including produce, meats, and seafood, known for having the freshest bakery and deli goods you can find. And Carl's Auto Parts, with more than 75 years of combined experience in the automotive, light, commercial trucks, and heavy equipment parts industry. Let us help you find the right part.
Landshark Locker and Margaritaville Tequila present Jimmy Buffett of the Coral Reefer Band. Life on the Flip Side Tour 2022 Redux. One night only at Maine Savings Amphitheater, August 2nd. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Jimmy Buffett of the Coral Reefer Band, August 2nd. Presented by Margaritaville Tequila and Landshark Lager.
The Harper Boys are broing it up and crushing it with bromance. 2.5 Men, 5 nights a week.
On Fox 22.
Welcome back. A report says older Americans have gained steam in using newer technologies. An American Association of Retired Persons report says older Americans increased their use of computers, smartphones, and tablets during the pandemic.
The report also says they now use those devices more often for reading, playing games, social contact, and business. FaceTime and Zoom helped families stay in touch, but now they are taking up some adults' personal family time. Before the pandemic, older Americans used screens nearly 10 hours a day. And having a good night's sleep might be more beneficial for your heart than you thought. Health experts say that getting insufficient sleep increases the chances of developing hypertension, obesity, and type 2 diabetes. They say getting a good night's sleep helps the body rehabilitate its circadian rhythm and maintain healthy metabolism and hormone levels.
They believe having a healthy sleeping pattern can also help prevent cardiovascular disease. The American Heart Association recommends getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep. That's an interesting one. I like
sense.
the 7. I don't know. For some reason, I tried the 8 thing for a while, and it just didn't fit my body. Like, 7 was perfect.
I can deal well with 7, but if I do 7 all week, it's not enough.
Oh, okay.
I need 8.
And you need 8. Yeah. See, I feel like it differs between people depending upon your schedule.
It's crazy. I know plenty of people, too, that argue that they're fine with 6, but I don't believe them.
Yeah. I mean, I did 5 last night, and I'm, like, ready to go
consistently. If you were to say I get 6 hours of sleep every night, I wouldn't believe.
Yeah, that's also true. Yeah. I'll tell you, 5 or 6 consistently for a week, you're tired right
Come on. Yeah.
Well, DVD, digital, and music releases this week include a popular animated family, an Oscar-winning legend, and more.
Here's Fox's Kristen Goodwin with the list of new releases.
Happy, hopeful.
The Bob's Burger movie tops this week's list of what's new in home entertainment. Based on the long-running Emmy-winning series, the animated film centers on the Belcher family facing a sinkhole threatening to destroy their restaurant and summer. The Japanese drama Drive My Car is about a man forced to confront certain realities of his life following his wife's tragic death. Johnny Depp produced and stars in the real-life drama Minamata. He portrays famed photojournalist W. Eugene Smith, who documented how people in a Japanese fishing village suffered from mercury poisoning due to industrial pollution in the 1970s.
I just don't know who you are anymore.
Meryl Streep plays a famous author who takes a trip with 2 old best friends and a nephew in hopes to find fun and happiness in the comedy drama Let Them All Talk.
The duel to the death will be in approximately 1 year.
Karen Gillan is forced to fight her clone to death in the sci-fi thriller comedy Duel.
I make this look good.
Films celebrating their 25th anniversary. The sci-fi comedy Men in Black, starring Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones, as well as the beloved comedy classic Good Burger.
We agreed. Say no more than we have to.
Small screen favorites available to own on DVD and Blu-ray include Season 1 of Showtime's Emmy-nominated drama Yellow Jackets, the CBS sitcom The Neighborhood Season 4, and the 7th and final season of DC's Legends of Tomorrow.
I hate to think about it.
For music fans, rock musician Jack White drops Entering Heaven Alive, the second of 2 solo records. And indie pop duo She and Him celebrate a Beach Boys icon with their 7th album, Melt Away, a tribute to Brian Wilson.
I love the way you soften my life.
In Hollywood, Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
And after break, we have your upbeat stories this Thursday morning.
But first, let's take another look at our forecast. It's going to be a high of 87 today. Scattered thunderstorms are likely in parts of the state. Going to drop down to 64 tonight, mostly clear skies. Tomorrow, some clouds are going to come back in with a high of 88.
Up and Smoke Fireworks is family-owned with a huge selection including Brothers and Showtime, Time Bandit, and Black Hat brands. We will share our knowledge with you, then go have a blast. Up and Smoke Fireworks, 173 West Main Street, Searsport.
Building a new deck or expanding or replacing an existing deck, you'll find everything you need for your project at Hammond Lumber Company. From wood options to low-maintenance composite decking, railings, and all the hardware and accessories, too. Your Hammond sales rep can walk you through your design and product choices and can even come out to the job site if needed. They can help you find a reputable builder, too, and Hammond offers statewide delivery and professional service after the sale. To get started on your deck project, bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company.
Welcome to Rebecca's. For over 30 years, we've been serving our local customers in downtown Bangor, and we invite you to explore our historic shop.
Rebecca's carries many Maine-made products from local artisans. Perhaps you need a gift basket for your next celebration. We'll be glad to help. From blueberry ceramic dishes, gourmet foods featuring Stonewall Kitchen, fine wines to antique dishes and furniture. You're sure to find that perfect gift.
We hope to see you soon at Rebecca's.
I work long hours to provide for my family, but with runaway inflation, it's getting harder to make ends meet. Instead of lowering costs for families, Washington liberals are attacking America's tech innovators. That's the wrong agenda at the wrong time. The left's bill will destroy jobs, make China stronger, and America weaker. Working people like me will pay the price. No Republican senator should support this liberal agenda. Tell Senate conservatives to reject the left's bill.
Up in Smoke Fireworks is family-owned with a huge selection including Brothers and Showtime, Time Bandit, and Black Hat brands. We will share our knowledge with you, then go have a blast. Up in Smoke Fireworks, 173 West Main Street, Searsport.
And here's a look at some of the upbeat stories making headlines today.
35 contestants are battling for the title of Fisher King on a lake in southern Germany. Sitting on wooden planks on separate boats, dressed in colorful costumes, they use long lances to push each other into the water. The last one still on the plank is the winner. The annual competition goes back over 500 years. They're plunging into the frigid waters of southern Chile, the winter in Punta Arenas, the world's southernmost city. They have 4 inches of snow on the ground and temperatures are sub-zero, but that didn't stop 5,000 people from jumping into the ice-cold sea. The wild water splash started as a joke by 6 kids 15 years ago. These 2-wheeled low-speed electric motorcycles are the latest craze in Cuba. They're called motorinas, the little mopeds, and they're great for leisure and they're cheap on gas. And pet owners in Peru raced with their pets to celebrate International Dog Day. The event is aimed to encourage owners to adopt a healthier lifestyle by walking more often with their dogs. And those are some of the other stories making headlines on ABC 7.
And now here's Devin Biggs with our one last look at our full weather forecast.
Good morning, Devin.
Thank you very much, Joe and Emma. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Crosby Sports Shop. With a large supply of ammo in stock, custom Damascus knives, fishing supplies of all kinds, concealed weapons classes, and a full line of Dragonfly UV tackle, plus the latest in ultraviolet tackle. Call today. Alrighty, so rainfall was definitely impressive so far from this latest system. It's moving in with some areas seeing close to 4 inches, and other areas ranging from around 1 to 2 and even up to 3 inches. So a good healthy rainfall so far. We're not even done just yet. We'll show you the radar coming up in a little bit. Small craft advisory is in effect until midnight as we head towards Wednesday morning. It's been extended a little bit as this area of low pressure continues to move in from the west going toward the east with a lot of rainfall that continues to move through. We'll have one little bit that will continue to move through for a while. Then the sun will come out as the clouds will break up, and then more scattered showers and thunderstorms arrive during the afternoon period, and some of those may pack a little bit of a punch with some gusty winds and a little bit of hail as well, as we'll watch another system soon begin to move in for the north and west. Wave heights are pretty active right now, according to the buoys, at around 4 to 5 feet, and we might see those getting a little bit higher, which is why the small craft advisory is currently in effect. And of course, the winds will be a problem as well, some gusty winds reaching up to about 30 miles per hour throughout the afternoon period today. Then later on tonight, things really begin to calm down in a hurry, down to around 10 to maybe 15 miles per hour in a few spots. Average high is 81 degrees, and for the next several days, we'll be in the middle to upper 80s, even a few lower 90s by Saturday, then back down to the lower 80s as we head towards your Monday. Dew points will also be on the rise again if you're not a big fan of the heat and humidity. We'll start seeing them falling a little bit by Wednesday, then rising again by Thursday and Friday. A quick fall by Friday and Saturday before late Saturday and parts of Sunday. The dew points are on the rise again, so summer is here to stay for a good while. UVX forecast for today is at an 8. That's considered very high, so it means a burn time of around 15 minutes. So hats, sunglasses, sunscreen, and shade will be necessary as you head out the door to avoid a bad sunburn. Futurecast for the rest of the afternoon. Again, we catch a little bit of a break from the precipitation, at least until about the late afternoon before showers and thunderstorms move in again. Again, some of those may pack a little bit of a punch with some gusty winds and a little bit of hail. Then becoming mostly clear tonight, so a lot of this active weather will not be lasting very long. But again, any of the storms later this afternoon by about 4 or 5 o'clock when they do begin to move in could pack a little bit of a punch with some gusty winds and some hail across the entire state. And of course, throughout the next several days, we'll be watching for more rain moving in between now and Saturday. Up to another inch of rainfall not out of the question. So your forecast for today, upper 80s, scattered showers and thunderstorms are possible. That southwest wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Later on tonight, 64 degrees with a slight chance for thunderstorms early, then becoming mostly clear. That west wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. All right, let's check out your extended forecast brought to you by Crosby Sports Shop. We're partly cloudy on Wednesday, highs in the upper 80s, mid 80s by Thursday with a chance for storms. Mostly sunny Friday and Saturday, highs in the upper 80s to lower 90s.
The signs of spring are here. The sun's out for the evening commute. Whistles and clapping echo from the ball field. And the flowers bloom with warmer days on the horizon. Valley Home Services offers whole home comfort with the changing of the seasons. With a push of a button on a Fujitsu heat pump, you're ready for whatever spring brings. Humid days or cool nights, come home to comfort with Valley Home Services. Home is our middle name.
Bathfitter doesn't just fit your bath. We fit your life. When a normal day is anything but normal, we fit your schedule with our unique tub-over-tub process installed in as little as a day. When high quality is the only quality that matters, we fit your standards with a lifetime guarantee. Bathfitter. It just fits.
Now, with $600 off a complete bath system, it fits your budget too. We've never had a promotion this big, so call or click now.
Out with the old and in with the new. Check out Pat's Pizza Specials. Tuesdays, $5 spaghetti and meatballs. Tuesday all day breadstick special. Wednesday, large one-topping pizzas, $8. Wednesday, small steak and cheese with french fries, $6.25. Friday, fish with french fries, $7.50. Saturday, small one-item pizza, fountain soda, $7.25. And you can still save some dough. Bring the family to the all-new Pat's Pizza, 662 Main Road North, Hamden.
Yes. 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 I'll have what she's having. And you can too. Get ready for the good dish. Delicious twists on your favorite comfort foods. Decadent desserts you can whip up in no time. And game-changing shortcuts. What's for dinner is about to get way easier. And way more fun than doing the dishes. So get ready to get dishing.
Weekdays at 1 on Fox 22.
The last couple of years, it seems like everyone's into teaming days of the week with certain foods. You know, meatless Mondays, fish Fridays, and on and on. And I've never been a big fan of this concept since I've always felt you can eat whatever you want, whenever you want. But today, I'm giving in with a taco casserole that you can serve on Taco Tuesdays or really any day. We start by sauteing some ground beef with a chopped onion until the beef is browned. After it's drained, we add in some garlic powder, taco seasoning mix, and a can of tomato sauce. We give this a good stir and set it aside while we mix together some sour cream and a good amount of cottage cheese. Yes, I said cottage cheese. Now we build this, sort of like a lasagna, starting with a layer of crushed tortilla chips. Then we spoon on some of the meat sauce, followed by half of the sour cream mixture, and we top it with shredded Colby Jack. We'll layer everything one more time, and into the oven it goes. When it's heated through, and the cheese is melty delicious, get ready for an all-in-one casserole that is bursting with goodness, layer after layer. The recipe for our taco casserole is online now and is ready for Taco Tuesday, or any day you crave something fill you up delicious. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a weeknight easy way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Traffic on the Florida Turnpike was stopped for hours on Monday by about 70 cows. It happened in Osceola County.
The driver pulled over to the shoulder and opened his trailer so that the animals could escape after he noticed smoke and fire coming from the